Many thanks again for staying with us on the program Politics Today. We're taking you right now, right away to Europe, specifically UK as a matter of fact, where Pastor Raymond Osereme, who is the Deputy Director General of Diaspora Campaign Council of the Aswe Ogie Management Committee. Pastor Sareme, thank you for joining us on the program Politics Today.
Good morning, Mr. Sonny Duke Okosum. How are you doing, sir?
Awesome, awesome.
It's good to be here today. I'm glad.
Okay, fantastic. We're expecting so much expectation, as a matter of fact, for the Edo State governorship election on 21st of September. What's your perspectives on the expectations of Edo Indigenes in diaspora in this election in terms of those who are vying to be elected, in terms of their pedigrees, in terms of their capacity, in terms of their content, in terms of their understanding of the issues as it relates to governance in Edo State?
Mr. Duke, thank you so much for the opportunity. First and foremost, I will say that our candidate in person of Asorime Akintule Godalo is a blessing to Edo State, especially because he's a man that I know has what it takes to take the state into another level. You know, he's been talking about what he wants to do for the state, and I know him very, very well. He's a brother to me, though I worked with him for 10 years as a PA, and ever since then, I've been with him. So I've known him for over 30 years of my life, and I know what he has, what he can deliver to the state. I know from the firm where he established Bangwa and Ighodalo. I know how he started from the scratch and to the level it is now as one of the law firm, the biggest law firm and the best law firm in Africa as a whole, not to talk about Nigeria. Now, when he decided that he wanted to become the governor of Edo State, I knew within myself that of a truth, the hand of God is upon Edo State, and giving him that burden that he wants to, be a governor of our state. I know very well he will be able to take us to the level that Edo State will never be the same in terms of governance, in terms of making life easy for everybody in Edo State. I know by the grace of God, Asorime Godalo is capable and is able to deliver.
He toured major cities in Europe and in the UK to be able to have engagements with those of you that are in the diaspora. Can you give us insight into those meetings, the conversations that took place, and what impression did those conversations make on you after those engagements?
We started from Italy, and it was amazing. We met with a lot of Edolites, the Benin, the Issa, the Afema, all the Edolites, even people that are not from Edo State, because they have heard about him, they came from the airports. From the airport, it was amazing. In Reggio Emilia, we got down in Bologna, and the whole of Bologna was jam-packed with people who heard that he was coming to Italy. A lot of people came from different places to wait for him, from to Reggio Emilia, where the conference took place. And Mr. Duke, let me shock you. Yeah. It rained heavily on that day. At the time in the hotel, I was scared, that, wow, this rain is going to disrupt a lot of things. I was shocked. In the rain, people were still coming and the hall was jam-packed, and that was the good thing about it was that was the day he brought out his manifesto. It took time to, dissect the manifesto, and everybody were so shocked. A guy came up in that day, on that night, and said, "Wow, this I have taken time to read this manifesto. I can see that this will really take us to that. I have come here tonight to see the God." I said one thing. He says, "Sir, out of this manifesto, we just want to do 60% of it. We are not begging for 80% or 100%. Just do 60%. Because with what I have read in this manifesto, if you can do 60%, Edo State will be like Dubai or better than Dubai." And that made me to know of a truth. People in Italy, they value Aswe Godalo, and they are happy with what he brought to them on that day. So Italy was amazing. A lot of people asked questions. They were so glad and they were so happy that they could see him. And that was the first time it's happening that a gubernatorial candidate, we visit them, we come to showcase his plan and what he wants to do, for the state. It was amazing, Mr. Duke. It was really, really great.
Fantastic. You also mentioned that it wasn't just in Italy alone. You also had engagement in other parts of UK and Europe. Could you shed more light on these experiences?
All right. We moved away from Italy. We came down to Manchester. Manchester is where I base. And when he saw what happened in Italy, he was like, "Wow, this is fantastic." I said, "You've not seen anything." So we came down to Manchester. Manchester was born. From there we moved to London. London became something else. From London, we moved straight down to Germany. We had a 2-stop in Germany. We had one in Hamburg and we had one in Nuremberg. And it was amazing. And we returned back to London. That's it. And we are also planning now, very soon, we'll go to America.
Okay, let's talk about this briefly. Edo people in diaspora, how will this impact on the election itself? What would the fact that perhaps there's a possibility many of them don't even have voters cards? What is the relevance of these engagements, if I may ask?
Most of us, we don't have voters card, but we have influence on our people back home. And I will give you an example of what happened 2 days ago. The rally that took place in Ring Road, it took us 48 hours, and 70% of the mobilization was from the diaspora, calling our people. I know several Zoom meetings we had. We called everybody, asking everyone to call their brothers, their sisters. We tasked each of our members that each of them should get 50 people from their family to meet in Ring Road. We send in money to them and we mobilize people to hire buses and everything. We just want Nigeria to know, and Edo State to know, that the diaspora have part to play in this coming election. We have our people who are willing to listen to us, and that is why we want to influence them so that they will know who they are going to vote for. We are just starting and we want to be part of it. That's why we cannot vote. Our money will speak for us.
What is the conviction? What is your conviction and the general, if we aggregate the convictions of those in diaspora about the PDP candidate Aswa Ighodalo as far as this election is concerned? Talk to us about your convictions.
My conviction is Aswe has what it takes. Number one, he's a man of his word, and he knows what he is going to do. He knows the problem we have in Edo State, and he has the solution by the grace of God. That is our conviction. We have seen, forget about his CV, we have looked at his CV, but I in particular, I have worked with him. I know what he can do, and I am very, very sure that he will duplicate what he has done in his firm in Edo State better than what he has done in his firm. He's a man that has that burden, the desire to deliver. It's not just after money, it's just after the people to have a good life. And he's the type that once he embarks on a project, he always wants to be the best of the best. And that is one thing I know, and that is my conviction. And that is why anytime I'm opportune to talk about Asurime Godalo, I say with everything in me, because I know him that he can never disappoint. I know him that he will deliver, as he has said. That is why watch out anytime he's speaking, you will see the sincerity in his eye. You will see him talk with confidence because he knows that he's going to deliver. And every time he will say to us, guys, we are going to work. I will give people money. People will have money, but we have to work. And that as well I know. You will work for everything you get. And that is why I know very well that Edo State should not make a mistake of not voting Asorime Ighodalo. If we fail to vote this man, believe you me, we are going back 50 years backward. And I pray that God will turn the heart of every good Edolite in Edo State to make sure on that day they come out en masse and vote and make sure there is no room for rigging. If every one of us will come and vote on that day, there is nothing like federal might or whatever thing they are talking about there,
Okay.
they will succeed in rigging.
All right. Let me. I know some callers want to contribute, particularly those in diaspora. Let's quickly hook up with them and get their perspectives on the expectations of Edo in diaspora on Edo 2024 governorship election. Let me see if we can link up with Nosa Hari Onaiwu now. Could you go ahead, please, Nosa?
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Sonny Duke.
Yes, good. Yes, good morning. Yes.
Yeah.
So share with us what the experience like in the tour in UK and Europe. Yes, quickly share with us. Yeah.
Yeah, like the DDG Diaspora Pastor Raymond have said, the tour was amazing. I would just want to draw a bit of more light to Manchester tour, right? Manchester tour was a bomb, right? So Dr. Aswani Ighodalo and the wife landed Manchester Airport, and we have different groups of cultural dance receiving him from the airport. And from there, we went straight to the hall that evening. So when we got to the hall, we have a full hall of, over 300 capacity filled up with people ready to listen to Aswani Ighodalo. He has the opportunity to engage with the Edolite, and they were ready to ask all the questions. And people were concerned about security, people were concerned about health, people were concerned about light. So he was able to touch bases on all these part of areas that people were concerned for, and his manifesto actually covered all of those areas. So it was really a town hall of engaging with his people.
So it was
want to know how they
satisfying.
feel.
It was satisfying.
It was really satisfying, Mr.
Okay,
Sonny.
let me
There was one thing that
let me quickly talk to Benjamin Mayor, who is also joining us online. Hello, Benjamin. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Duke.
Yes.
My name is Benjamin.
Okay.
I'm calling in from Germany.
Okay. So what was the
First of all,
experience
I
like
wanna
in
say,
Germany? Yeah.
I would say I started from Italy because I was in Italy program and I was also in Germany and in Hamburg. My experience with AI in Europe tour is something that I won't forget in the hurry. And being the kind of man that he is, I think his visit to the Europe, the Edo people in diaspora, is a historical one. And no governorship candidate have ever done that. And looking at the massive crowd that he's pulling back home and replicating it in the diaspora is something that will give his opponent a fear that they have already lived, they are losing the election before the election day. The love and the support from the Edo people in diaspora is not something that we in diaspora are overlooking. We are not just doing it because we know him one way or the other, but people who came out expressed their dissatisfaction and expressed their satisfaction in his person. and he was able to talk with everybody, and even those that were angry, even those that were angry of the government of Edo State or in politics in general, was able to convince them. It's I would say, permit me to say, I would say he's an evangelist.
All right.
He's an
All right.
evangelist.
Let me quickly talk to Patrick. Thank you, Benjamin. Let me talk to Patrick. Hello, Patrick. Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, where are you talking to us from?
I'm actually talking from England, UK.
Okay.
It was actually it was the greatest honor to be appointed the chairman of his town hall meetings in the UK.
Okay.
I'm not a party person. I'm not a politician. I'm a concerned Edo State citizen and a Nigerian citizen. And till now, he is the only contestant to have a manifesto. His manifesto is very clear. Pathway to prosperity for all Edo citizens. It's Edolites.
Okay.
It was actually, I couldn't believe it. Because when we started off, we had a capacity hall for 400. We were oversubscribed. Okay. We had over 600 people in the hall in London to receive this man. And having gone through his manifesto, there's only one choice in this election, and that is Dr. Asue Ighodalo and Oge as his deputy.
Okay. Thank you, Patrick, because we don't have so much time. Let me quickly talk with Musa, High Chief Musa. We wanted to have that conversation with you, but time. Yes, Musa, quickly share your thoughts with us.
Thank you. My name is High Chief Musa Amedu.
Okay.
I'm the president of the Diaspora UK.
Okay.
It is an exciting topic. We support Ighodalo all through and through. We are still supporting. We are part of the process of supporting Ighodalo to become the next governor of Edo State. And that, for me, is a very big achievement. And the achievement that you have a diaspora people now dealing with somebody who will be the next governor is a big achievement. And I believe that we will, because first time we are getting somebody who wants to govern us, coming to us to talk to us, giving us that respect and understanding. For me, it is wonderful. Thank you.
All right. Let me talk to the last person there before we take a break for our next discussion segment on the program. All right. We have Irabo. Yes, quickly share with us. Where are you calling us from?
Good afternoon.
Yes, good morning.
How are you doing? Okay, good afternoon here. How are you doing today? I'm calling from, my name is Larry Irabo, and I'm the Edo Sons and Daughter National Coordinator of Asue Ighodalo and Oje in Germany.
Okay.
And I'm calling from Hamburg, Germany. It's I think everybody has just said it all. But the only thing I'm going to add to it is that Asue Ighodalo is, people like him only comes out once in a century. And if Edo State miss this guy at this particular time, they're not going to get a person like him again for the next 100 years.
Okay.
What he did in Europe was like, it was a history. I told the person, I said, you made a history. He said, why? And I told him why. I said, you are the first political person ever step your feet in Germany to come and campaign. Every other politicians, maybe they go to US or go to UK, but for Ighodalo, he's a good listener. Like, the first meeting I was with him, I had to learn how to listen to him. So I would pray and I would beg Edo-lites to come out massively to vote for Dr. Ighodalo so that we will not miss a guy like him on this our century.
Thank you very much. Let me thank Pastor Raymond Soreme, who is the DDG Diaspora Campaign Council of Asue Ighodalo and Osarodion Ogie Campaign Management Committee for creating time to join us. We hope to have more of this with you in the build-up to the Edo State governorship election. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sonny Duke.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.